time again tonight. Give you guys a little time to come on in, get relaxed. We are talking about pettiness tonight, ladies. Come on in. Make sure you get your drinks. I'm already poured up. So, tonight I am drinking the Taylor Tawny Port. I don't know what that flavor is. Well, yes, I do. Come on in here tonight, ladies. I have a good episode here for you tonight. We are talking about pettiness tonight, ladies. Take a minute, stop, pour up your drink, get ready for a good conversation, good sit back, good talk. Go ahead and share, like, comment. Go ahead and check in. Let me know that you're here. It is me here tonight, Le Plum, and we are talking about pettiness because that is so heavy in the Black girl community. Seasoned, unseasoned. We take petty and run with it. I am Queen Petty White, Petty LaBelle, Queen Petty, and it is something that I am working on. So we are tapping into what pettiness is, what it does, and how it affects us as Black women in the Black women community. So come on in, get comfortable, sit back, relax, check out the Black Girl Beauty. This color on my lips is called Mystique. I like it. What is it called? I gotta look it up. But come on in, is where I'm ready for you guys tonight. So make sure you get your drink, share, drop a few comments, let me know who's in here. I'm gonna be performing tonight the poem Please Don't. And it's a long one. It may be the longest poem that I have written to date. So I'm gonna give you guys that. Come on in. Let's get started. Give you guys a few more minutes. Get this first glass out the way. Because you got to get ready. And I hope y'all are ready to talk about this pettiness. Because one thing about it, it's so hard to make it in the world, inside the community and outside the community, when we're so busy being petty to one another. Because I'm going to tell you, petty is okay sometimes. It's okay to be petty every now and then. But we gotta learn balance. When it's okay to be petty, when it's not okay to be petty, when to chill. And I also got a new atmosphere going on here tonight because I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see me, that I'm sitting up good. So I'm in a new area, no gold background tonight, ladies. we're doing something new. I do have the products in the background. I'll tell you about them a little bit later because it's Black Girl Beauty, and we are all about beauty, hair, mental, physical, the everything. Black Girl Beauty. Chitter, chatter. When we get together, we discuss what matters when Black women chitter, chatter. Welcome here tonight, Black Girl Chitter Chatter, episode 4. We are discussing. I should have brought that over here for me. I don't know if the music is a little loud. I hope everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I need to know who's in here. I can't see. I should have went live on my phone. Am I? We are live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Hey everybody. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Tonight we are talking about pettiness in the Black community because pettiness is, hold on, because I don't want this music. I know it's a little loud. Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I hope you guys are already poured your drink up. I have a big bottle of wine tonight, so I don't have to worry about running out. The first thing I want to do tonight when we're discussing pettiness, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and define the word petty because so many of us don't really know what it means. We think that petty is something funny. Petty is something, to joke about. Sometimes it is. Petty is okay sometimes. It's okay to be petty every now and then, but we take it too far sometimes. Let's define the word petty. Now, the word definition for petty has 6 definitions. And 6 is one of my favorite numbers. Let's jump right into them. It's one for every type of person. To be petty, Of little or no importance or consequence, a petty grievance. We all know something like that. Number two, of lesser or secondary importance, merit minor, a petty considerations. We have having or showing narrow interest or ideas, petty minds. There's a lot of petty minds around here. And we know a petty mind. Mean or ungenerous in small or trifling things, a petty person. That is the main one that we will be speaking on tonight because there's so many petty people running around. Mean, I already said that one. Showing or caused by meanness of spirit, petty revenge. Petty revenge is what will really get you really snatched up out here because, first of all, revenge is a dish better served cold. And when you serve their dish, you better serve your dish as well because revenge does not have a name. It comes for everybody, like karma. Same thing, revenge and karma. And number six, of secondary rank, especially in relation to others of the same class or kind, petty state, a petty tyrant. So with those definitions, what I got is basically petty is someone that is inferior, second class, less than. And that is why petty people show misery. That's why it's such a bad feeling when you just have to be petty about everything. Some people, everything they say is petty. Everything they do is petty. And petty people irritate me so much that I sat down and wrote a poem about it, asking petty people to not be so petty. And it took off with it. The poem is almost, I want to say, 7 minutes. But it's a poem that it's featured in Living in Truth. I didn't even bring my copy up here. You know what? Sure do. Knew that was going to happen. Actually do have my copy of Living in Truth right here. So if you have your copy, the poem that we're going to be doing is from Living in Truth, you guys. This is a poetry book by me. It is on page 85. Let me make sure it's on page 85. Yes, it is. So if you have your copy of Living in Truth, you can go ahead and tune in with me. This poem is on page 85. It's called Please Don't. This is just for everyone that's petty, everyone that has ever dealt with someone in a petty situation. Sometimes we just have to speak to them. Sometimes we have to just ask them to please not be so petty without asking them to be petty. And this is where this poem came from. And I just want to give you guys just a little snippet of what it is. Please don't. Please don't ask the impossible of me, then get angry when things don't go your way. Don't expect me to be anyone other than me when you see me from day to day. Don't ask me not to lie to you when you know you can't handle the truth. Don't ask me a question I can't say no to. Don't place me in a situation where I'm forced to coddle you. And don't see this as an excuse, but sometimes that's why a lie is a decision we choose. And yes, we say honesty is the best thing to do, but the truth is sometimes hard to prove. Oftentimes makes us look like a fool. And then there are those times it requires a complete retool. Sometimes the truth takes me out of my comfort zone, may expose some things I could have going on, may ruin my fun. I don't want to do that. So if you can't handle my truth, let's find some other chit chat. Don't ask me to set aside my feelings until yours come around. Don't tell me to be a leader, then get upset when I don't follow the crowd. Don't tell me to use my mind, then chastise me for having a brain. Don't treat me some type of way if I can't treat you exactly the same. Please don't offend me, then ask me why I'm offended. I mean, to me, that sounds so ridiculous. What makes a person feel they can say or do absolutely anything to you? While you say nothing, you just sit back and allow them to. Don't ask me to turn the other cheek if you just plan on slapping that one too. I mean, I took one slap, but I will not take two. They say be a better person because you know you're supposed to, even if you absolutely do not want to. Please don't disrespect me and have a problem if I disrespect you. Understand I have feelings too and bleed just like you do. And yes, I know you raised me better, but honestly, this has nothing to do with you. Sometimes I do whatever I want just because I wanted to. Other things I did simply because I had the chance to. Don't be so busy trying to help me that you end up pushing me away. Don't get so angry with me that you say some things that you shouldn't say. Don't judge me because of your mistakes, but please don't judge me because of mine. Don't tell me you love me if you can't show and tell me why. Don't ask me to hold on to you when you know I should let you go. Don't keep pushing all my buttons, then get upset when I explode. Don't play with all my feelings, then beg me to feel for you. Don't beg for my forgiveness when karma finally catches you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, then cry if one day you starve. Don't twist, squeeze, and kill the lightning bug, then wish upon the star. Don't get so caught up loving you that you forget to love your kids. Don't be so against your parents that you make the same mistakes they did. Don't use your friends to compete with your peers because that's a dangerous competition. Don't assume you know what goes on behind closed doors or their actual living conditions. Don't let your kids grow up too fast, then wonder why they're so grown. Don't beat them or watch them endure a beating, then wonder why they never come home. Don't let others raise your kids, then wonder why they don't respect you. Don't fail to show up for them, then wonder why they neglect you. Don't forget that one day you'll need your kids, even if you don't need to. One day you will grow old, and they may be the only ones there to protect you. Please don't make a fool of me if I've been nothing but good to you. Too many times we hurt the ones that love and support us most and hurt the ones that abuse. Please don't give me any problems. I've already got 99. I don't need one from you. Don't fix your heart to judge me if you've never been in my shoes. Don't judge me from what you heard, not even from what you see. Don't judge me because my beliefs are different, even if you may disagree. Don't wait until I'm out the door before you begin to try. Don't make me out to be the bad person when I refuse to believe your lies. And don't beat me all the way down and be surprised when I decay. Don't show me you don't care and expect me to be okay. Don't tell me I can depend on you if you know I really can't. Don't be surprised I fell in love with that pretty picture you love to paint. Don't make me crazy, then call me crazy, because that's a crazy thing to do. And don't feel any type of way when I finally pull a you on you. Don't disrespect my feelings, then demand that I respect yours. Don't demand to lay next to me, then paint me as a whore. Don't ask me to be a housewife if you know you don't like to come home. Don't push me so far away, then wonder why I'm so far gone. Don't listen to my pain, then put me through the sequel. Don't dare ask me for loyalty if you know you've been so deceitful. Don't make me beg for love and support because eventually the begging will stop. Don't ask me why the loving stopped. Just know it was all your fault. Don't ask me why I stopped calling if you had nothing but drama every time I called. Don't ask me why I stopped loving you if you showed no love at all. Don't throw rocks and hide your hands, then be angry when I see you. Don't ask me to do something that I hate, then be surprised that the hate is true. Don't belittle me for doing something that you do, especially if you secretly do it too. And don't let popularity go to your head and cause you to do things that you shouldn't do. Don't keep the same bad habits and wonder why things haven't changed. When your tactics haven't improved, your results will remain the same. Don't compare yourself to me because you can't live my life. Don't assume I think I'm perfect because I try to give advice. Please don't crucify me because I don't want to be you when I love the skin I'm in. Don't tell me to love myself, then hate me for holding up my chin. Don't look at self-love as if it means hate all others because that's so far from true. Don't look down on anyone because they were born just a little differently than you. Don't punish me because I was blessed to rid some demons you haven't yet rid. Don't yell and perform and speak to me as if I am a kid. Please don't pursue me if you're not willing to meet all my requests, because what's meant for me will not miss me. I know that because I'm blessed. Please don't treat me like everyone else. Everyone else is not so bold. And please don't hear all I just said and judge me. Truth be told. Truth be told, ladies, please don't. Please don't. Please don't be petty. That is what that poem is speaking from head to toe. That poem, hey, that poem is basically asking you to please not be petty. Please don't be petty. And I can break that entire poem down for you. The reason why I began with defining the word petty is so that you can see all the elements that it comes with being petty, everything that labels you as petty, the derogatory meanings of the word petty, because we take it so lightly. Oh, I'm petty. Oh, that's petty. Oh, this is petty. We take it for a joke in our community. It's because we don't really know how to show love. So many of us just don't know how to show love because we weren't properly loved. So the first thing we know to do is crack a joke. The first thing we know to do is make fun of a situation. Sometimes, ladies, cracking jokes and being funny is petty. And sometimes you're cracking jokes and being funny simply because you don't have anything else to say. Simply because you feel inferior. That is what we're trying to lessen in our community. We're trying to tap into Black girl beauty, happiness, love, coming together. Please do not disrespect me and get angry when I disrespect you. Every single line in that poem is speaking on something or a situation that I personally dealt with, being a Black woman, dealing with other Black women, and just being alive in this world, because those are situations that occur to us every day. The poem begins with, please don't expect me to be someone other than the me that you see every day. We are so hard on each other, ladies. When we step outside the door, we have so many expectations for each other. Expectations are what make it so hard for us to just exist in a world together. And we're going to take a sip to that right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you have your glasses, go ahead and take one sip with me right then. It is the expectations that we have of each other that makes it so hard for us to just get along. That's why they say move away from your hometown and you'll have success. You move away from your hometown because those people whatever town you move to, they don't know you. They're not expecting you to be any type of way. You don't have to convince them that you're a good person. When you're dealing with someone who knows you, you have to convince them that you're a good person in order for them to even want to hear what you have to say. That is the pettiness that exists in our community, ladies. That is how we treat each other. We are so ready to knock each other down and beat each other down and nitpick at everything that we have going on. It is so easy for you to find a flaw in the next woman. It's so easy for you to find something she didn't do correctly. It's so easy for you to be petty. We're trying to show love to each other. Try to see what we can say to encourage each other. To instead of nitpicking at each other, let's try to I don't even want to say critique, because sometimes we don't even need your opinion. Sometimes we just need the support. Sometimes we just need you to come through. That's another thing that goes on in our community. Sometimes we are so busy judging each other. We are so busy being petty and nitpicking that we miss the message completely. It is so easy for you to miss what's being said to you because you don't like the way the person in front of you is saying. You don't like the way the person in front of you is looking. We are so petty when it comes to each other. That is why we go above and beyond when it comes to these surgeries. That is why we go above and beyond when it comes to how we dress, the name brands, the keeping our, well, you got to keep your hair and nails intact. That's just a part of hygiene and cleanliness, ladies. Make sure that we always have that going on. That is not a part of pettiness. That is not a part of nitpicking. That is not a part of beating each other down. Looking good, when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you just everything just works out for you good. That's my little saying. When you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, everything works out for you good. That's a mental note that you can say to yourself, but that is so true, ladies. You have to learn how to set aside pettiness and show love to each other, because it's pettiness that holds us back. It's pettiness that makes us always say something to each other. You know, one of the definitions for petty, let me see which one it was. Little or of no importance or consequence. Petty people say things and they be expecting it not to have no consequence. They expecting it not to mean nothing. They say little slick stuff all the time. You know, most of the time it's a comment that we really didn't even need that. You really could have kept that to yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, when you always have to be petty and you always have to make a petty comment, that's misery. Petty is funny sometimes. Petty is cool sometimes. But when petty is in your spirit so deep that everything that comes out of your mouth is dripping of petnicity, that's a word that I'm making up. It means full of pettiness. I'm going to put that in the comments. Petticity. Full of pettiness. We are trying to step away from petticity. This is Black girl beauty, ladies. We are stepping away from petticity and stepping into love. Show love to one another. Show love on the street. Every Black woman I see, I'm not going to OD and say every Black woman I see. For the most part, I try to speak to every Black woman I see just because we're Black women. It's we don't have to always have a snide remark to say about each other. We don't always have to nitpick at each other. We don't always have to be petty when we see each other. We don't always have to instantly try to compare what we got to what she got, because what she got it ain't what I can't do nothing with it. We are strangers comparing ourselves to each other. Let's take one sip to that, ladies. Stop the petticity. Step into that. Yes, I definitely do have a book. Hi, everyone in here. I just want to say hello to everyone again. If you're just tuning in, we are speaking on pettiness, petticity. Living in Truth. The poem today was from Living in Truth, page 85. If you have your copy, you can tune in. You can go back and watch it. It was formed in its entirety. That is actually the longest poem I have written to date, ladies. That is the longest one. It is in the middle of the book. And at my book signing, I had the crowd perform that. It's something to get the crowd engaged. And it also just gets everybody in interactive, and everybody deals with pettiness. So that poem really speaks on every single petty situation that I have witnessed, that I have spoken to other people about, that I have pulled in as far as business, life, family, parents. There's a line in there where it's speaking strictly to the parents, because parents have a huge problem when it comes to pettiness. It ain't really too many people more petty than your parents. Your parents, because they know you. They know a side of you that don't nobody know. So sometimes when you got something going on that don't nobody else know you got going on except your parents, they have a little way of saying a little slick stuff. Well, if they would have known this, that, the third. That's petticity, parents. We want to step outside petticity when we're raising these Black queens so that we can step into Black girl beauty. Because Black girl beauty it's just a level of peace that all Black women should have. That's why we are tapping into it. And I'm going to have my mom come on in about 8 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And she's going to come in and speak on pettiness. Now, I told you guys that I am Queen Petty White. Petty White is in my blood. My grandmother is Betty White, so Petty White is for me. But Queen Petty LaBelle will be coming on a little later on tonight to speak about all the pettiness. What is it saying? Coach Miss Amanda Manigault is going to come in. Coach Miss Amanda Manigault, a.k.a. I'm going to take one more sip before I say this because I don't know what's going to happen. What kind of conversation I'm going to have to hear about this. So, Queen Petty LaBelle is going to come in and speak about her situations as a Black woman dealing with pettiness in the industry, because it's pettiness is what keeps us from supporting each other. It's what keeps us from loving each other, and it is also the reason why we go so hard at each other, because insecure it's the fact that we're in sometimes, because I don't want to speak in general, because it's always going to be those, that doesn't apply to me. It's only I've never had that situation. It's always going to be those. So I don't want to generalize and put anyone in a box. I'm going to say, okay, that's not going to act right. I don't want to put anyone in a box and generalize any situation. So I'm going to say, in a lot of situations, most times, pettiness is rooted in insecurity. We see what we are and what we have going on and what we would like to have. And we also know the things that prevent us. See my laptop? Yeah, you probably can hear it. I don't know if you can. We also see the things that prevent us from reaching those goals that we have. And then we also see other people reaching the goals that we had set for ourselves and executing them in such a way that it's like, wow, how they do that? Instead of us reaching out and asking how they do what they do, we'll be petty. We'll nitpick. We'll try to punch holes in their story as to Oh, where can I get a Black Girl Beauty shirt? Miss Amanda's actually gonna jump in line and tell you we have these shirts available for you. They come in all sizes. I have one as well as my mother. Hopefully she's gonna have hers when she jumps on. Coach Amanda Manigault, Black Girl Beauty, the Peach, and Les Plum. That is who we are. Black Girl Beauty is about lifting each other up. We come strong. Tonight we are talking about pettiness, because it's the pettiness that we need to remove from our community so that we can tap into love, ladies and gentlemen. Love is how you build up a community. Love is how you bring each other together. And I spoke on Please Don't. And every single line in Please Don't, every single line is a situation or encounter that I personally had with people. And you have to know me to understand how much petty people who bleed, we all got a little petty, but some people bleed petty. Some people can't utter a sentence. Some people can't look your way without it being that's a petty face. You know that. When you see somebody make that face, they're being petty. So don't skim the room and see somebody. That's a petty face. That's the I caught you doing what you wasn't supposed to be doing. That's the I saw what that was. That is a petty face. When you see somebody hitting one of them across the room, you know they're being petty. It's okay to be petty sometimes. But some people, it's so deep up in their skin, you just waiting for what they got to say. You know, you waiting on the snide remark. You're waiting on you can't really tell people good news. Good people. You can't really tell petty people good news because they always got something smart to say. They always got something slick to say. They always have a face to make. I'm watching my mouth on here as well. So that is another thing. Ladies, we are stepping outside of what we think Black Girl Beauty is and how it's supposed to be. There is no particular way that Black women should talk, walk, look. We come in all shapes, sizes, smells, taste, fragrances, and flavors. There is no one specific way that you can talk that's going to make you more Black than the next woman. We have this need and this urge to want to nitpick at how some of us talk, because I have some beautiful Black sisters and some beautiful Black friends that talk like this, and then I got some friends that talk like this, and we are of the same ethnicity, and we all have good conversation. And let me tell you, my friends that talk like this, we have some real good times. So we can't be petty, ladies, when it comes to how we talk, because that's what keeps us from having good conversations. And you see how I can just go back and forth from those two types of conversations? Because I'm not so petty that I ignore Black women that speak how they speak. We speak how we speak, and we are who we are. And how we speak in conversation does not change us. And this is the Black Girl Beauty that I wanted to show you guys of all levels, because it is the pettiness that keeps me from really showing who Uniquia is, the levels that Uniquia have, because I don't want to deal with the petty comments and the petty notions, because I can be like this. I can talk to you like this. And people really got a problem when you talk like this. Like, people really have a problem when you talk like this. As if it means that you're not educated. As if it means that, you know what I mean, you don't have the credentials that you had when you were talking like this. The credentials are the same, ladies. Like I said, don't be so petty that you miss the message, because the messenger might just not sound the way you think they should sound. We have to start tapping into Black Girl Beauty at all levels, because every single Black girl is who she is and has a voice. And this is the platform where we tap into it in business and in life and in friendship, because we are Black girls and we are tapping into Black Girl Beauty. And now I want to see if my host is here. Miss Amanda's going to come in and speak on some things. Hey, how are you? You look so much like me. Oh my gosh.
Hello, everyone. I am wonderful, Miss Uniqua. It is indeed a pleasure,
Hey, Miss
as well
Amanda.
as a privilege, to be able to join. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear? You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you
Okay,
guys
okay,
hear Miss
okay.
Amanda? Drop in the comments and let me know if you can hear. Our topic tonight, Miss Amanda, is pettiness, and we are speaking on the petticity. And I just wanted you to come in because, as a Black woman that has been in business for as long as you have been in business, I am almost certain that you have dealt with some situations where you have encountered some real petty situations that may have blocked you in your path or may not have blocked you, because maybe somehow, some way, you were able to overcome whatever the situation was. Can you just speak on maybe what the situation was, how it affected you, what you did to overcome it, and just really give some advice to the seasoned and the unseasoned young ladies in this community?
Okay, you guys, again, I am Amanda Manigault. I just want to take the time to welcome each and every one of you who are on this platform tonight. I want to thank Uniquia for inviting me here tonight as her guest. I want to thank each and everyone who have participated in our lives. And before I answer that question, I want you again, I know Uniquia told you earlier, but take the time to like, share, comment. If you're on Instagram, subscribe to the channel. And even you can start a watch party if you choose. Share it. We have a very special gift that we're going to announce. Somebody won this gift last week, and so we're going to announce our winner here tonight. And we also have a gift for those who are on tonight. Unique was going to pick a gift out of her audience tonight, someone who took the time to share or someone that might have left a special comment. She's going to give you a gift on Monday on my live. So we kind of piggyback off of each other on our lives. But tonight I'm going to announce the winner of that in a little bit. But to answer your question about pettiness, Uniquia, I think I could write a book on pettiness, and that's the truth. First of all, I'm a preacher's daughter. So I can even talk about some pettiness in the church if I want to talk about some pettiness. Second of all, I'm in the beauty industry, and I've been in the beauty industry since I was 11 years old. And I've been around women all my life, women with drama.
Sounds like a bunch of petty.
I got a lot of pettiness to talk about in the beauty industry. And then I come from a little town called Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. If y'all don't know about Harrisburg, I want y'all to take the time and Google it. Because if you're talking about pettiness, yes, there's some petty people up in Harrisburg. It's probably me. I'm just laying it on the table, letting you know that I come from a place where, yes, there's some pettiness going on. So I grew up around some pettiness, y'all. And I got a big family on my dad's side. I got a big family on my mom's side. So, yes, there's some pettiness. We all got some pettiness. So we can't sit here and act like we all bougie and all of that stuff, acting like we ain't never experienced pettiness, because you've probably been a little bit petty yourself. So that's what we're talking about tonight. But most importantly, we're not bringing it to the forefront. We want to give you some answers tonight, how to deal with pettiness, because personally, I think I heard Uniquia mention that pettiness can be a form of insecurities. Pettiness can be a form of just not knowing where you're going in life, a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of bitterness. I have even experienced pettiness with some of my loved ones and some of my friends. We all have experienced pettiness in different ways, shapes, and forms. And so tonight, I just wanted to touch a little bit about how we can help you get over pettiness, because this whole platform here is about Black girl beauty, bringing us together and allowing us to engage with each other and support each other, love on one another, be able to tell each other how beautiful we are, because we are all beautiful, regardless of what our backgrounds are, regardless of what our size is, what color we are, how long our hair is, any of that. We're all beautiful. And that's what it's all about. So I want to be able to really help you get over your pettiness. Because, like Uniquia said, being in business for over 40 years, being around women all my life, y'all know I done experienced some pettiness. And I don't have time for it. So Uniquia said, how do you deal with pettiness? One of the ways
first tell a situation where you experienced the pettiness. Like give an example. And then how you overcame that example. We want details, ma'am. On Black Girl Beauty, we get to it so that we Black women can know how to handle these exact situations.
Okay, what situation did I
You don't
have?
have to say any names, but tell specifically, like give an example of when you were in a situation that you felt was only happening to you because you were dealing with a petty person. How did you deal with that situation? Like
Wow.
this is only happening. So this only happening because you're being petty right now. One of those
Right, right,
situations.
right. And I if I told this one story, I think it would kind of touch somebody. So I'm not going to share that story because
Touch
I really
somebody.
don't
Touch somebody. They
I
might
don't
need to
want to
be
hurt no
touched.
feelings tonight.
Miss
You
Amanda,
know,
touch
I'm the
somebody.
type of
They
y'all
might
know
need to
I'm
be
very
touched.
outspoken. And I've been outspoken all my life. I don't beat around the bush about nothing. And what I say once,
So go
y'all
ahead, Miss
know I
Amanda.
will say it twice.
Pull it
So
out.
I'm
That's the
gonna use
story
you
I
as
want.
an example, Uniqua, what I think about a little bit of pettiness, because
You're gonna use me?
I'm gonna use, I coach you as well, right?
No, I don't want to use me. Use the
I,
situation.
I coach my daughter Uniqua,
Use the situation, Miss
and
Amanda.
and last week Uniqua did a show, and she colored her hair on the show. Now y'all know I'm in the beauty business, right? So when Uniqua didn't plan to color her hair on the show, but right before the show,
This was not.
she comes to me and say, "Oh, I'm gonna color my hair on the show," and I said, "Now
Yes,
Uniqua."
I did.
I said, that's not professional for you to just throw up something at the last minute when we already got a plan and an outline and even a guest on the show. And I said, that's really not professional. But she didn't listen to me, y'all. She went on and she colored her hair on the show, during the show.
Confidently.
And she did it confidently. Now, I want to speak on it on her side for 1 second. For her side is, number one, this is Black Girl Beauty. And guess what? She's the host of the show. So if she's the host of the show, she does have a right to do what she want to do on her show because this is her show. So I'm going to give her that little bit and give her a pass on that. But
Excuse me?
I'm also going to speak from my point of view because I'm her coach and I'm giving her advice and I'm trying to help her to grow her platform. So I told her I didn't think it was a good idea for her to color her hair on the show, and we hadn't planned it. And
This is a
it
perfect
kind of caught us all
example
off.
of pettiness, ladies and gentlemen.
So she thinks that's pettiness. So let me touch on it a
No,
little
you
bit.
bringing this story
Some
up
of
is
my
pettiness.
some of my
You bringing this
professionals,
story up
because
is pettiness. This
I
is not
have
what I told you to talk about.
I have professional friends that are in the business, and some of them hit me up on the phone and said, "Girl, Uniqua had the nerves to be on the live
Yes,
talking
she
about
did.
dyeing her hair."
Yes,
And she
did.
said, "What in the world is she doing?" She said, "I know Uniqua know
Take
better
a
than
sip,
I."
ladies and gentlemen.
Pardon me?
Keep going.
So she said, "Take a sip." So you know what? I got my wine tonight too. So guess what? I'm gonna take a little sip
Oh,
on that.
okay.
Mm.
Everybody take a sip.
So to get back to the story, she colored her hair on the show, and some of my professionals called me up and was, "Yeah, Uniqua, they was talking about you using the wrong terminology all on the live, talking about dyeing your hair when you know it's not dye your hair, it's color your hair." So can you give an explanation for that before I respond?
Well, you want me to give an explanation for why I said dye
Why
my
were
hair?
you on there talking about dyeing your hair versus coloring your hair? Because
Okay,
that was a
first,
little
first
petty if
things
you want to get
first.
down to it.
First things first. Dye color. That's what I was saying about missing the message when you're being so petty that the terminology has to be what it has to be. I said dye. Did you know what I meant when I said that?
No,
You didn't know what I meant when I said dye my
no,
hair.
I didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen in the comments, comment and let me know if you know what I meant when I said dye. That is what I mean by pettiness in the community. We are so hard on each other, ladies. Black women, they're gonna act like they don't know what you mean. They don't know, they don't get the message that you're trying to give to them because you said the wrong word. God forbid you said dye instead of color. God forbid you said up instead of down. That is how hard we go at each other. Like, if I was not a confident woman, someone saying that to me might make me be like, oh my God, I said dye my hair in front of all these people. Now I never need to show my face again. But no, you have to learn how to walk in your light and be who you are, despite what anyone may say. It's not always petty when someone has a critique or comment. Sometimes it's, oh, you think you cute. Oh, you cute. Oh, let me go ahead and shout. That's my mom. She is looking real good on the live. Go ahead and show them how your hair, Miss Amanda. She's really looking like me tonight in the cheekbone area. She's all in the
Okay,
camera doing her
okay,
hair.
but let me finish my little. You asked me a question, so I have to finish that. So
You
what
asked me
I
to answer that question before you finish that.
so what I responded, my last response, I told your side, and then I told my side from a coach's point of view. And now I'm going to share with you what I said to one of the people who called me about it, because I
Someone
did.
said dye and color is the same, isn't it? I
Uh,
think so.
it kind of is, but in two different worlds. In two different worlds. In the professional world,
In
you
the
don't use the
professional
word
world.
die.
That is what
So
I mean, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Amanda, when we're in Black Girl Beauty is about embracing all Black women. Everyone, there's going to be a woman that's going to want to set, and this is a good question for you as a coach. There's going to be a woman that is so ignorant to all the terminology and all the definitions and everything that it means to be a colorist or to be a hairstylist. And she may step into the field, but she's so eager and energetic, and she really wants to learn and be a part of this community. Is her ignorance to the language, is that a reason to turn her away or to belittle her or make her feel like she's less than? And I'm not
no,
saying that that's what you did. I'm just saying that when we are so quick to nitpick at how someone speaks or how someone looks or how someone talks, that's the easiest way to turn away someone that was really eager to be a part of a community that they should exist in. Like, if you're eager to learn about coloring and hair, you should be welcome into the hairstylist community. If you're eager to learn about cooking and food, you should be welcome into the chef community, especially by those of your own ethnicity.
okay, now are you going to let me answer my side? Are you going to let me finally answer this question? Because you just threw up another question on me. I'm gonna answer that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna answer that one too, but I got to get back to the first question, because it's okay for you, and you hit it on the nose when you
This is
said
the seasoned and unseasoned as well.
no, when you said Black Girl Beauty platform. Because I think most people don't know, because when you say Black Girl Beauty, they could think you're talking about beauty as in hair. But we're actually on Thursday night, we're talking about Black Girl Beauty as in beautiful women and beautiful girls. And our topic is really geared around how do Black women get over some of the things. Like, for instance, the week
Leave it to
before,
my best friend.
so the week before we talked about how, I know we talked about dealing with grief. And the week before that, we talked about letting things go. Those topics are basically to help Black women and girls, because in our community, we're trying to find better ways that we can get along and better ways that we can help one another. So
Exactly.
I have to, first of all, explain that. When Unique was on here on Thursday nights and she used the word die or whatever terminology she uses, keep in mind, Unique was not a professional cosmetologist. Her mother is. And Thursday night, where it's focused on beauty. Monday night now, if you hear me using the wrong terminology, then text me and let me know, and I can receive that. But to defend her a little bit, stop being
Don't
petty,
defend
y'all.
me. Don't
Stop
defend me.
being petty. Stop being petty,
Don't
y'all.
defend me.
She's not a professional cosmetologist. But now, Nikwa, I'm
Don't
gonna get back.
defend me.
I'm gonna get back to you. You need to know
Miss
your
Jasmine
audience.
Clark said you can be welcome and still be corrected. That was one for the that's for the season. She's on the wrong side. That's a season
Okay,
comment.
but
Leave it
but
to
but
her.
let me get back to you now. You need to know your audience and you need to know your guest. You was wrong for pulling out some color on your live when your guest is in the beauty industry and your guest, it sells color.
Miss
So
Amanda.
you need to know when and where to do stuff at. And that's why I had a problem with you springing it up on me at the last minute and coloring your hair on that live, because our guest, who was a wonderful guest, by the way, who came in, I don't know if you didn't know. So if you didn't know, I take the blame for that. But you had
I
no
forgot I'm
business
live.
coloring.
I'm new to the live. These
Wait a
faces I'm
minute.
making
You
can't
had
be
no
real.
business coloring your hair on that live when you
Miss
know
Amanda,
good and well we had a
Miss Amanda,
professional
Miss Amanda, Miss
in the
Amanda, Miss Amanda.
business who
Season,
sells
unseasoned.
beauty
Look.
products.
Pause, pause,
No,
pause,
no, no, no,
pause.
no, no, no.
No,
Ain't
no,
no
no, no, no,
pause
no, no,
going
no, no,
on.
no, no.
I
Pause,
still got
pause,
the
pause,
floor.
pause.
I got
This
the
is Black
floor.
Girl
You
Beauty,
don't color your
Chitter,
hair.
Chatter. This
You
is
don't
not
color your
Monday.
hair on
This
the
is Thursday
platform like
night.
that when you
Pause.
got somebody on the
No, no, no,
platform
no, no,
who
no,
is
no,
a
no, 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 no.
professional
No,
selling
no,
product.
no, no,
So
no.
you was wrong for that.
Nah, absolutely not. Anything that Le Plum does on Black Girl Beauty, Chitter Chatter, is the right thing. Sorry that it may not fit into the plan that anyone else may have had. No disrespect to anyone, but everything Le Plum does on Black
No,
Girl
no, no,
Beauty,
that's not
Chitter
true.
Chatter,
Because let
is
me tell
correct.
you, as your coach, you respect your guests and you respect your audience. So, and I don't think you did anything intentional, but it was offensive, I believe. And I think
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly how petty situations can go overboard and really just take and run off with you. That is why we are speaking on it here tonight, ladies. We are tapping into Black Girl Beauty so that we can step outside of pettiness, step outside of egoism, step outside of pride, step outside of everything and tap into love. Going when Black women, young, seasoned, unseasoned, come together and have conversations. We will disagree and agree on many things. We have a few ladies here in the live. I want to know what you ladies think about any petty situations that you may have encountered and how you dealt with them. And what is some things that you may can tell to another? Miss Amanda, will jump back to you. What is something that you can tell an unseasoned young lady as to how to deal with these type of situations if they occur without saying that she is right or wrong? Just explain what you would have done if you were in that situation.
are you're not talking to me, are you?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
What I would have done if I was in that situation?
If you're in a situation, give a young lady some advice about what you would have done if you were in the same situation that you said I was in, and how
First,
you would have.
first of all, I would have never came to a show.
Miss Amanda,
Five,
I'm speaking on
can I
what you would
finish?
have done if you were in that same situation, doing what I would have done, not what you wouldn't have done. How you would have handled it if you would have done what I done.
Okay, so if I would have done what you did, and after the show, your mother said, Uniqua, or your coach, don't look at me as your mother right now. Look at me as your coach. And your coach came to you and said, Uniqua, that was inappropriate for you to color your hair during that show like that. And I think it took away from your show because you're growing. It was only episode 3. So we're learning now. It's not about being petty, it's about growth now. I'm talking about shifting your mindset so you can shift the way you do business and the success of your business. So what I'm talking about, what I would have done is I would have just said, you know what, if I offended anybody, I apologize. But it is my show. I would have responded like that. It is my show, and I'm not a professional. And I do believe you said those things to me. But I also think you probably should
I
have
am
took
a
the time.
professional.
You probably should have took the time, if you haven't already, and called your guest, because you might have, I don't know if you knew that she sold color. And maybe you should have had a conversation with her even about that. I think you should have if you didn't do that. But that's what I would have done, because maybe you weren't as knowledgeable as you should have been about the business that she's in. And if you had been, I don't think you would have pulled that color out like that. So it's about growth now. We're doing a little coaching now too on the show. And it's not about being petty now, because as Black girls and as Black women, we have to know how to receive constructive criticism just as well as we give it, because we're talking about pettiness now, and pettiness can come from all angles. And so that's what I'm trying to show you, because as my daughter, I want you to grow. I want you to be the best, just like I want every other Black woman and every other Black girl. Everybody's not always hating on you, or everybody's not always being petty, even though we have dealt with it a lot. But that's not the case in every situation. So I'm just bringing that up and telling you how I would have handled that situation had it happened to me. And just for the future, when you're doing a show or something, especially when you have guests, if you haven't talked about what you're going to do and it's something different, I just wouldn't do that. And that's just a little helpful thing. But we're getting back. I want to talk about my little gift. We got a gift that we're giving out to, and my winner that I chose, her name is Delphine Singler, I believe her name is. She's from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And the reason why I chose her is because she shared the live last week. She shared the information on her page, and she also shared it with her daughter, shared the information with her daughter. She gave me some information. She responded back to me. So I wanted to really share her. And Delphine, if you're on here tonight, send me your address and everything so I can ship you your gift out. And remember, you guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Uniquia's live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy and thankful to have everyone here. If you're just now tuning in, this is Black Girl Beauty, Chitter, Chatter. This is what we aim to do, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, and I want you guys to know this show is completely authentic. I know there are a lot of you watching this show that are watching my face right now. You can see how real and authentic this show is. Miss Amanda is jumping on here and giving me a virtual live in front of everyone coaching that we did not discuss. So this is, and it all goes along with the topic. This is pure pettiness because, sometimes ladies, I want to speak on this because I also have to speak on how real this show is, because this is a new element for me. Black Girl Beauty is about stepping outside of who you are and embracing the you on the inside that you're supposed to be. Step outside of what you've been doing, ladies. Love on yourself. Step away from the pettiness. Receive messages. Like I said, don't be so petty that you don't receive the message when it's coming to you, regardless to the messenger or how they delivered the message. Don't be so petty that you don't receive it. Jump in and grasp every lesson when it's being taught to
I
you.
want to speak on that for a second, Uniqua. I hate to cut you off, but what she said, y'all.
Take one sip right now for me, right quick.
What y'all is so key. And I'm glad that mother showed me that she gets it. She shows me that she's getting this thing because she received what I was saying to her, even though I see her going like this, like she
Miss
really
Amanda,
wanted to,
Miss
throw some words at
ahead,
me.
calm down.
But she got a little respect for her mom, so she didn't let it out. But what I wanted to say to what I wanted to say to y'all is I told y'all that we got a free gift for you tonight as well. So if you're on this live, whether you're on here now or you come through later, go to www.blackgirlbeauty.org. I'm gonna put it in the I'm gonna put the link in the comments. www.blackgirlbeauty.org. There's a button on there that says sign up or register for your free webinar. We got a webinar coming up, you guys. It's called The Power in You. It's Uniquia's new book that she got coming out. And we want to tap in, y'all, because we want to take this conversation further. It's a free webinar. Sign up your little girls. Sign up all your girls. Bring your whole organization. If you got a group of girls, some young girls, some older girls, bring them. It's called The Power in You because
the power of you.
The power of you. We want to be able to go further with these conversations. And this is going to be a private conversation with Black girls and Black women that we can talk
about. And Black mothers. Together. This is Black Girl Beauty, ladies and gentlemen. To be able to jump on live with your mom and have her critique you in front of the world without any let me tell you, the topic for tonight is pettiness, ladies and gentlemen. But let me be clear. God works in mysterious ways. Pettiness, like my mother said, is not always a bad thing. Now, she was real petty for jumping on here and using this moment to dictate that situation that we have been talking about all week. But it was right on time. And I am here in a moment where I'm able to listen and really receive what she's saying. That is Black Girl Beauty, young ladies. Seasoned and unseasoned. We have to come together. Sometimes you have to realize when it's time for you to sit back and listen. Sometimes you have to realize when it's time for you to sit back and receive, because I hope she's also receiving what I'm saying as well as I'm receiving what she's saying. We have to step outside pettiness, ladies, so we can tap into love. You don't understand that teaching is to learn again. Teaching is to learn twice. Stepping outside of pettiness helps you tap into love. When you can stop the need to be so petty. Stop the need to have a petty comment to say. Stop the need to be so insecure. The word that we run from. We run from that word, insecure. We don't want to be insecure. We don't want to be less than. Did y'all hear me in the beginning of this live? I gave you a definition for the word petty. There were 6 definitions. One of those definitions was, dang, I forgot what I was about to say. One of those definitions meant not important, insecure. That is what we don't want to, we have
I'm leaving. I'm checking out. I'm done.
Now listen, I have done, this is episode 4, you guys. Miss Amanda has come in every episode and done that. So I'm gonna take a petty moment right here and let you know that this is the last time that we letting you exit like that. We're gonna go ahead and give Miss Amanda a final word. Go ahead and say a final word to the people. Thank you for coming on here and speaking and giving your moment. But go ahead and give one last.
I just wanted to let you guys know it's always a pleasure to stop in on her live. She stops in on my lives and she'll have a gift. I just want to remind you, she will be giving her, all you guys who are commenting, if you take the time to share, she's going to pick somebody from her audience and give them a free mug. And they're going to win this mug right here with some special beauty items in it. We got lipsticks, we got lip glosses, we got all types of things that we're going to put up in this mug right here. So take the time to share and like and go to her YouTube page, Black Girl Beauty Foundation, or Uniquia Manigault. Go to her YouTube page and subscribe to her channel, because we come to you every week. On Monday nights, we bring beauty business. On Thursday nights, we bring beauty and empowerment to Black women and girls. So it's a pleasure. I'm going to leave you guys and let her close out on her own show. But
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Hey, Cheryl, my classmate Cheryl is on here. It's good to see you, Cheryl.
How are you? Ladies and gentlemen, right now in this moment, I have a few classmates on as well. I want to say thank you to everyone that has tuned in. I am so thankful to have you guys here. And I just want to, hold on, let me go ahead and, there we go. I'm so thankful to have you guys here, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this conversation about pettiness, because Black Girl Beauty is about, we're trying to reach a level of peace and love and understanding that is just so abundant that we don't know what to do with it, ladies. Tapping into Black Girl Beauty is figuring out what it is what our issues are, what our problems are, what are the things that we need to tap into so that we can be a better community. First things first, make sure you always have your glass. I had to refill this one really big. I had no idea that this topic of pettiness was going to escalate to where it was. We're stepping away from petticity. Ladies, I told you what that word was in the beginning. That is a word that I made up. I make up words from time to time. I'm a writer. It's a part of who I am. Petticity means full of pettiness. We're trying to step away from petticity so that we can be a better altogether race. We want to be, Black girls are about coming together and uplifting each other, because when Black women come together, they're amazing. They're abundant. Me and my mother coming together are amazing and abundant. I had to set aside a lot of things just to really be able to receive all of the knowledge and the power that she was laying upon me. I had to really ski through the pettiness, because like I mentioned before my mother came on that she was Petty LaBelle. Did I not? And then she took her moment to shine and show you guys that she is Queen Petty LaBelle, because any mother who was watching will know that was a moment for a mother to really sit down and speak to her child in front of the masses. And I have to go ahead and applaud Miss Petty LaBelle for taking her moment here on Chitter Chatter. And it was needed and it was necessary. And you have to be able to practice what you preach, ladies. I'm not on here telling you that we need to listen to the seasoned ladies, and I'm not doing it as well. See, I'm being beaten down by a seasoned lady as well. Miss Amanda is my coach. She guides me through life, and she has helped shape me and redefine me in as far as business is concerned on a whole nother level. And I had to set aside who I thought I was and what I wanted to really receive everything that she was giving me, because that is Black girl beauty. Being able to receive what's being said to you, regardless to who the messenger is. Sometimes we are so petty that we can't receive the message because it's your mom. You think your mom is just telling you what she's telling you because she's your mom. No, you have to set aside that petty gene that is rooted in the Black girls, in the Black community, and try to grasp, listen to what's being said to you. Listen to the gospel that's flowing through your ears. Sometimes, and I'm gonna take a little sip to this, because adulting is realizing that your mom, your parents were right about everything they said. There's nothing new under the sun. You have to set aside that petty gene inside you that's telling you that you know more than they do. That petty gene on the inside of you that's making you be hateful towards somebody that you don't even know. Don't force your family and friends to have to move away to receive the success that they should receive right here in our neighborhood. Let's stop being so petty that we can't love each other. Let's feel the need to give congratulations instead of cracking a joke when someone tells us good news. Show love to each other. Don't feel the need to always have something slick or smart to say. Don't feel the need to beat down your neighbor. Don't feel the need to nitpick when you see somebody doing something, even if they're not doing it the way you would have done it if you were doing it. Did you hear what I said? Because remember, I specifically asked my mom that question. What would you do if you were me in that same situation? Don't feel the need to nitpick somebody for not doing what you would have did if you were in that situation, because you don't know their story. Let's step aside of pettiness and show love to one another, because that is how Black girls tap into Black girl beauty. And that's what we're trying to get. Peace, abundance. It has been a plum, pleasing pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you had a really good time here on Black Girl Beauty Chitter Chatter, because we discuss what matters on Black Girl Beauty Chitter Chatter. Until next time, ladies, and next week we will be tapping into love, because we have to love each other. We've been talking about a lot of, let it go, grieving, pettiness. Now we got to get into some excitement, some love, some happiness, some peace. Next week, we're talking about love, ladies. Tapping into love, loving yourself, loving everything that's going on, loving what's going on while it's going on, whatever it is that's going on. Because we're trying to get to a level of peace, love, and happiness that is so abundant that we don't know what to do with it. Good night, ladies. Black Girl Beauty. Out.